That's it.
That's all we got. Good night.
That's it. That's it.
That's the whole show.
That's the best move of the night.
You just got hit by King of the Armbar.
Next time I'm going to do with my right roll into
If I could tell you how many times I have not ducked when that has happened. Hey, great show tonight.
Oh, yes.
Great show tonight.
I tell you what. Let him just say my name first, Fabiano Weir, the King of Armbar.
Yes.
Just in case that you just some accidental jump into the channel. Okay,
Yep.
That's me.
It's a reason to stop channel surfing. I'm the Yak Man, Ron Yakovetti. That might be a reason to continue channel surfing, but after the show's over, because he's going to be here the whole time.
Yes, and not only me. Believe me, if you think Rhonda and Gina are good looking, don't go anywhere. You're going to be surprised.
Don't go anywhere. We've got danger and beauty combined. We can do that here.
There you go.
Just like science, we're putting stuff together.
Yeah.
All right, so we have UFC stars at the movies. We have superheroes actually on the street.
Oh, yeah.
And again, we have a great interview coming up, and we'll tease that in a few moments.
We're not talking about Rampage Jackson on the Halloween dress up as a... He told me that he was not a Batman, he was a black man.
He was black. He was black man?
I was not Batman, I was black man. And his Lamborghini, that is not black, is green. Okay, so it's kind of like, you know, but the cool part, he have his daughter dress up with him, so it's pretty cool. You know, driving around Orange County.
Imagine being a UFC fan, and this little girl knocks on your door saying trick or treat, and behind her is Rampage Jack. You're just dumping the pumpkin. Hey.
Yes, take it. Take it.
Have it all.
Anyway.
I've seen what he can do. So this is interesting. At the previous UFC 154, movie theaters showing it, Fathom Entertainment, great idea. I've actually gone and seen it one time. It's fantastic to go watch a movie in a movie theater, but to watch the fighters and it's like that, it's
giant.
Pretty cool to see that.
You know what I hope that doesn't happen is like when you go to these, you know, ghetto places like in cities or else like I fought in Utah before that was more fights on the crowd than was on the ring. I hope that doesn't happen in the movie theater too, you know, because can be somebody like, you know, she's like, oh, this guy's stupid, and somebody like, hey, shut up, man, you don't know him, and then start the whole thing.
You're talking during the movie. Well, it's not really a movie. You can, I guess, like, you talk. Go ahead.
What else? Yeah.
It's really weird.
They're gonna have to extra security for that one.
And they had fighters like, and we'll show some of the photos now, Demetrius Johnson, Donald Cowboy Cerrone, Cub Swanson, and Daniel Cormier. They had them go out to theaters in different regions to appear at the theater that the fight was being shown at. That's a really great, in my opinion, marketing idea for the promotion and for the sport to have the athletes at the theaters.
Yeah, they kind of like got invited to go, you know, like, hey, you were invited to go if you want to keep fighting for us.
It'd be funny if they stood there like the cardboard cutouts you see at Universal Studios, like that, and then they actually moved. It's so funny.
They should have some stuff there, yeah, exactly. Yeah, like, you know, anyway, some entertainment stuff.
Yes. Speaking of entertainment and stuff like Universal Studios, this is fascinating. A lot of people may or may not have seen this online or not. There is an actual gentleman, his name, to get it right, let me see it here, Phoenix Jones.
Phoenix Jones.
That is his actual name.
Yes.
He is a mixed martial arts fighter who goes around the city of Seattle as part of what they call the Rain City Fight Gang.
Yep.
And he is an actual superhero. There he is there, that one of his team members. I'm not sure which one she is. They have names such as Thorn, Buster Doe, Gemini, No Name, Catastrophe, just to name a few. And then, of course, right there, Mr. Phoenix Jones.
So what exactly he does?
He actually goes around and he'll see people harassing somebody on the street. He'll see people getting into a fight outside of a bar or club, and somebody getting mugged, a purse getting stolen, whatever. And he intervenes like a vigilante superhero in a movie. And he actually gets away with it. And he's got the body armor kind of a suit. You saw it there in the photo. And he looks like an actual superhero. Let's take a look at one of his clips. This is fascinating. And this is real, folks. This is real.
Oh, it's definitely real.
Yeah, CBS News covered a lot of news companies.
So what happened exactly on that day?
In this specific case here, this is probably a scene they set up with the alleyway with the shadows, very nicely done. But the story they're covering was he was on scene when a carjacker or somebody was either attacking folks in the car or trying to attack from someone on the outside, and Phoenix Jones was there. He shows up, he attacks and subdues the attacker and saves these people, and the guy inside the car with his girl was just stunned. He didn't know what was going on. She's like, "What is it? Who is this guy?" He's like, I don't know.
I have a feeling that he's gonna be more safer on the the kindergarten.
Taking care of kids,
taking care like bullying, because you know bullying starts for kindergarten already. You know, so he can go there and kind of give the good message and be safer that way.
And he's got body armor on. He's got some stuff like Kevlar. He's got some things that are very protective. It stands a reason he could take a shot. I mean, you don't want to, but
he maybe can get shot in kindergarten too. You never know. Depends what area you go.
Kids are packing heat in second grade, huh? I'm going to the board. Cover me. It can happen. Nonetheless, I mean, a noble thing to be protecting innocent people walking the streets of Seattle, and a mixed martial artist doing that. But and an interesting twist, you know, he's doing a superhero thing, and he's not the only one.
He's sober too. He's not drunk.
Yeah, he's completely sober as far as I know, and he's got other people doing it again. Rain City. I guess they call it crime fighters or Rain City Crime Syndicate, but that's the guys. There's a few of them, and they are keeping the streets of Seattle safe. Anyway,
my next subject is something that I really like to talk about. Is like, you know, people saying that why Anderson Silva is very trouble dealing with him now that he's a superstar. Okay. Well, if you're a fighter, and you know how fighters get treated on the beginning of the career, okay. When you get to the top, you maybe want to just give something back, you know, because I'm telling you, and when you're nobody, okay, and they don't pay you for nothing, okay, and you ask for like an extra room to, you know, accommodate somebody that a trainer or else, no, the trainer can sleep with you, and the trainer is not all night long,
right?
And that have been passed to me before, okay, and then when you get to the top, you say, you know what, I want my suite. I don't want to fight it. Like, that's the way it is, you know. Like, I don't know. That's my opinion that you know, about him. He's a very, you know, nice guy. I think, you know, he's just taking the moment to maybe pay back what happened to him in his past in his life. You know.
He's paying it back.
Paying back. That's my opinion.
Could be. Speaking of paying it back, we are about to treat you guys to not one but two segments. First, we're going to have an interview coming up
Time bomb.
After the break. Tiffany Time Bomb Van Soest. That's how you say it. You're going to be saying it again because after you watch this, you're going to go on YouTube, you're going to watch her clips like we do, and you're going to be like, wow, beautiful, talented, somebody to watch.
Bomb. Hey,
welcome back, folks. My Combat Channel News. Something looks different. The show looks classy all of a sudden. I know. We know. Tiffany Van Soest, congratulations on your recent fight and win. Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Let's start with the beginning. We teased it before we came to the segment with you. Time bomb.
Yeah, that's me.
Who came up with it? What caused it?
My old karate instructor, Joey Pauliuso. I was sparring one day when I was just learning Muay Thai because I've done karate my whole life, and I decided, you know, I want to try some full contact. I want to do it for real. So we were sparring one day, and I was getting beat up pretty bad, and I got hit so hard, and I guess after getting hit really hard, like something just went off, and it like lit a fuse. And after I got hit, I just went off on him, just like hard. And then when the round was over, he was just like, "Jesus, where did that come from? You just went off like a bomb. You're like a ticking time bomb." And then he was like, "That's your name. You're the time bomb." And I was like,
"That is how nicknames are supposed to happen."
And I was just like, "Please don't call me that. It's so lame." I was like, "Please do not call me that. Please do not call me that." He goes, "No. That's your name." So it stuck, and I embraced it, and you know, now it kind of works.
Well, you train at Black House, so
I do.
It's a good team there.
Fantastic team.
Fantastic team. There you go. And is it more girls there as well?
There's a couple other girls, yeah.
So you have to dealing with all the big boys?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the way you get good. Then.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, every day in practice is harder than a fight. Yeah. Every day in practice is harder than any fight I've had.
Of course,
so.
you're never gonna fight a girl that's, you know, is
that big or strong.
Big and strong as
this
guy. So. Not only that, technical as well.
Yeah,
very technical.
absolutely.
It's a good team.
And you fought. We were talking. You fought in mixed martial arts a little bit.
Yeah, I dabbled.
You fought more in Muay Thai. So is your preference because of a karate background and because you fought more in Muay Thai? Now you just recently won a title in Muay Thai. Congratulations on that. That is awesome.
Thank you so much.
That is awesome. It's got to be a huge, huge, proud feeling.
Oh my gosh, I felt like I was on top of the world. I still do. I mean, I see the belt every day in my room, and sometimes I put it on and wear it around the house just for fun. Figure why not?
That's your first one?
Yeah, my first professional title, yes.
That's good. That's a good feeling.
And was it, who was the governing body for that? Was that WBC?
Yes, it was big green, shiny.
Yep. I know the style. That's fantastic. Did they have any time frame when you have to defend it?
No, they didn't tell me, but I mean, whoever wants it, come and get it.
But
you
can't
can
have
try.
it now. Yeah,
you can try.
Time bomb.
She's calling. She's calling everybody out.
That's cool. Do you think you'll dive more into MMA at any point? How much did you like it? Obviously, there's more dimensions to the stand-up is even affected by your stance and your position and weight because of the takedown and stuff. Will you think you'll do more of that, or are you going to lean more towards where you're at?
If the opportunities stop coming, as far as stand-up goes, then yeah. I mean, I do a little bit of jiu-jitsu. At Black House, I'll jump in the wrestling class sometimes and just kind of mess around. But stand-up is my game. I feel like I was blessed with the talent in stand-up, and I want to honor that and honor my coach and do that the best that I can. And then when the opportunities stop coming, then yeah, maybe I'll dive into MMA.
You're stronger as the kicks or the hands?
I don't know. I like it all.
Like it all?
I kick hard. I feel like I kick hard. I don't know. Maybe ask someone that I sparred. Maybe they'll tell you. But
you kick high as well?
Oh, I love high kicks.
Yeah.
Yes.
One of your pictures that you had sent that I had already seen.
I in my whole career I have one high kick on the head. That's
You've only
it.
Given or
thrown one?
received?
Throw one high kick in the head.
thrown one.
That's it. And you know how tall was the guy?
Like
5'4".
That's how tall I am.
It's not even a high kick. It's like a soccer kick.
Why are you laughing? It was a high kick. It was the high kick ever. I'm like, yes. And then at the beginning I said, I'm gonna kick this guy in the head. That because I'm not flexible.
No.
Like I'm jiu-jitsu guy, I'm not definitely not flexible. And of course, I'm not a kicker. So that was a venture for me. It was pretty cool. Not like that. See?
That's the picture I'm talking about. That's an artistic shot.
Yeah.
Your preference more for Muay Thai and stand-up, is there anything that you feel with the UFC opening up its doors now to women's MMA via Ronda Rousey? Does that hit your radar at all? What do you think of that?
Oh, I think it's the best thing to happen to the UFC. I think it's something new. It's a breath of fresh air. I mean, when they introduced the lower weight classes, the 135s and the 125s, that was great. It gave a lot more people, like the smaller guys, an opportunity to compete on the biggest stage in mixed martial arts. And I think
smaller guys that are getting kicked in the head by King of the Ring.
yeah.
Well, not in that case, but I think the momentum is very, very good for you right now.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah, absolutely.
I have a feeling that the good-looking girls that can fight well have a very good career in front of them right now because it's very that's
a great point.
That's a great point. Because Cyborg was there for a long time, and and now she's gonna have also opportunity to come back and hopefully and prove that she can also fight clean.
Absolutely.
And I can't wait for that too.
And does it feel like that to you? And Gina Carano, also from a strong Muay Thai background, she was like the face of women's MMA, and it was primarily because she was one of the few known beautiful women who was a talented fighter. And it seems like every time they go, oh, well, she was like they found a diamond in the rough. And now there's more and more and more. And this continues to have women who are good looking, who are talented athletes, who are good at fighting, stepping up and hitting the main stage, just like yourself. Do you think that eventually that's going to just kind of get dispelled? People go, all right, we get it. I mean, it's not like just one.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, with Gina, I mean, once a lot of other girls saw that, hey, pretty girls can fight, it kind of opened the floodgates a little bit. Okay, I'll dive into it. I'll try it. And then they try it and they figure out, hey, I'm pretty good at this. And then, they get the attention and, that's women's MMA. It's just blown up. And especially with shows like Invicta FC, giving the all-female show, it's given so many girls the opportunity to compete at a high level and display those talents that it has caught the eye of like Dana White and other MMA promoters higher up there. So I think it's great.
I do too. Yeah, and again, and we've talked before, a lot of times, small part of the card, but fight of the night, high probability on women's MMA.
Anyway, guys, we gotta pay our bills. We have to go to the commercial, but we'll be right back. And she's not going anywhere.
We're gonna stay right here.
Yeah.
Welcome back, folks. My Combat Channel News. Tiffany Vince still with us. The time bomb. She's not leaving yet.
Yes, I want to have a question for you. Like the reason why I got into the MMA because I used to fight a lot on the street when I was young. So I used to fight so many times on the street that one day I'm like, why am I doing that? I can make money in doing that, so why not? That's me. How about you? Did you have fights on the street or anywhere before, on the bar? You were kind of like that girl that can take, can take shit and take home like that.
I'm a lover, so I kind of stay out of trouble. But there was one.
Note to self.
Well, I'm also a lover. Okay, that's not the point. It's like even the law have a limit. Just my limit is very short.
No, there was one time I was at a bar and I was leaning against the wall waiting for one of my friends to come out of the bathroom, and some drunk dude that he was like the coolest guy on earth walks by me, feels me up, like, you know, grabs me where he shouldn't be grabbing me, turned around and kept walking and winked at me like he had just done me a favor. You know, I grabbed his shoulder, I turned him around, boom, right hand, and that was that.
Was this after you started training, or?
I had been training for a little while. I think I'd been into training for a while. So
I think everybody watching wants to know now, what happened next?
He was laying on the ground, and my boyfriend at the time had just come around the corner to check on us. He sees me like this and like all pissed off, and some dude laying on the ground, and he goes, "What did you do? We got to get out of here." And I was like,
"Why?"
He felt me up. You weren't here to take care of it, so I did.
That's the good part about being a woman.
Wow.
It's like, why?
So, I mean, I can handle myself. But
He hit first.
And nobody else should. I think is the message there.
yeah, hands off.
Yeah.
Treat ladies with respect.
That's right.
You got some stuff to
we have some stuff, yeah, and I totally love the fact that you're still here to give your take on this. This is a segment I like to call the replacements. This is something we see happen in combat sports a lot, especially in MMA, when you have a matchup, and then all of a sudden, right before the matchup, somebody can't fight. And then you get someone who's of note to step up and take that fight. For instance, Jim Miller is going to come in for Gray Maynard against Joe Lauzon. That's one good guy falling off the card being replaced by another really good guy. Where does the fighter approach this mentally? Like, you know, if for somebody like Miller, is that a guy who's prepared at all times, or is it often someone who's just mentally tough? They've got the steel and they're like, all right, I'm taking the chance.
Well, I'm gonna speak for myself. Like, that happened to me before, and then as long as they bring another guy that they have the similar style, I don't care. It's just hard when it's somebody that is completely different style. You've been training to fight one guy, and then they, you know, like a stand-up guy, and they bring you a wrestler. Yeah, it's like, what the hell?
And everything's
like,
thrown
I
off,
didn't train for that.
Right.
You know, but if they kind of similar style, I think that doesn't affect too much.
I want actually both of you to break this down, because you raised an interesting point that I've heard people who are not avid fight fans say. They go, well, if you're a fighter, right, and you're preparing for someone who's got a stronger wrestling base, and now they give you someone who's got a Muay Thai base instead of the wrestling not so much, so what? You're supposed to be a well-rounded fighter. Why don't you fight him anyway?
Exactly.
But why people think you should take it anyway, but you're saying that it matters to you.
Matters, of course it matters.
But why, though? Because I think some people who don't know the sport well enough think, so what, you're a fighter.
No, because you prepare yourself. You know, like, okay, you're gonna sprint, you're supposed to sprint, and now you're taking to a marathon. You're not ready for a marathon, you train for sprint. It's like, you know, and you're a runner. Don't you a runner?
Right.
You're not supposed to run anyway? That answer your question?
Great, yeah, that's a great answer to the question. I think I've heard non-fight fans say that. You know, well, so what? You're a fighter. You should do it anyway.
Fighters home, like fans at home, drinking beer, you know, eating pizza.
It's easy to make
beat the hell each other. Like, come on, you know, like they want to suggest you what else. But
those are the kind of guys that like to say, "Come train with me for one day."
Right.
Then you can tell me what you think.
Anyway, today we're not gonna have the top 10.
Yes.
You know why?
Because we don't need.
You don't need a top 10. We already have one.
Already have it.
There you go.
Oh, you guys are smooth.
We agree. See, you like that? We're not gonna take any chance.
We don't care
That's
what
it.
assemblage of numbers these fighters are within a 10 group. We don't care. It doesn't matter.
So Bellator and bad refs.
Yeah.
It's only in Bellator, but I think I see bad refs all over the place.
Yeah,
That happened to me. Happened to you before?
Of course, yeah.
What's your worst experience with a referee story?
In August when I fought, I was fighting for another world title, and same thing. It was a replacement opponent on 4 days' notice. Same thing. Took the fight. I dropped her in the second round. She got a standing 8. She got a point taken away in the 4th, and it was a draw. That's judges, bad judges.
Wow.
But bad ref too. I mean, he was good for the most part. I don't know if maybe I watched the tape. He grabbed my hand when he was taking the point away. Maybe the judges thought.
I know. We're showing a clip from that Bellator thing. It was a fighter that got knocked down. He got taken down, rather, and then his opponent, forgive me for forgetting the names, was in top position, and he was just starting to work. He just got the takedown. Before he could do anything with it, the ref stood him up, and then the other guy started laying shots on him and put him away with a TKO. And everybody was going, well, why did you stand him up? They just got to the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the refs, their job is it's fighters' job to protect themselves at all times, but there's a reason that there's a referee in there. I mean, they need to help protect the fighters as well. Same thing. I might not have gotten elbowed in the back of the head a couple of times had the ref, you know, been there to intervene when he was supposed to. Thankfully, it wasn't an MMA fight. It might have made a bigger difference then.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, the referees are there for a reason to, you know, kind of keep things in order. It's like an organized chaos type of thing.
Everything in life is the same. You know, some good ones there, bad ones there. I think the sport grows too fast, and that little area need to grow as well.
Yeah, I think so too. I think judging and reffing was something to the sport's so new that there weren't
school.
enough knowledgeable people to watch and score.
It's not even school, nothing. You know, like some of these guys don't even have background experience. So anyway,
yes.
Thank you. Thank you to have you here.
Thank you guys. Thank you so much.
Where can people find you online or follow your career so they know?
I'm on Twitter. My handle is @TiffTimeBomb, and I'm also on Facebook. I've got a regular page, and I just got it together, and I started my athlete page. So like me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter.
Yes, you're
definitely gonna like you on Facebook. You're gonna like all over the place.
Yes. And we thank you for watching My Combat Channel News. You never know what we're gonna do. You never know who's gonna show up. You never know if we're gonna be here.
Bye, guys. Have a good night.
Bye, guys.